Hey guys, welcome back to another video here. Today we are doing What If Deku Had a Panther Quirk Part 3. I was going to say Type 3 for some odd reason, but anyway. In the last part we left off with everyone, doing the no, not the quirk assessment test, that was in part 1. Dup. In the hero train, All Might's class, All Might's first class, which was the teaching class. Not the teaching class, sorry. The hero class that he taught. That he did. The fake heroes first fill-in training thing, where they got to kind of battle each other. And I can't remember 100%. Well, I'm pretty sure I went into what they did after. Well, not pretty sure. I think I went into what they did after. But if I didn't, well, I'm gonna go what they did then. And if I did, well, it's probably gonna be different because, yeah, I'm pretty much lost over the last roughly 3 to 4 minutes. Anyway, so what they did, after, because Nezu, of course, after, they had finished them all, of course, they sent and he watched Deku's one, Izuku Midoriya's one last. Because, he thought, because he knew Deku would probably be the either funniest or something, because Deku being a panther and that. And so, he just thought, well, I'll put him last, because knowing him, he's going to put at least someone in his place and make a mockery of someone else, or just make a mockery of both of them. Who knows? And of course, I'm pretty sure he overwhelmed Bakugo, and he pretty much, made fun of Ida just by simply transforming into a cat, walking up and touching the bomb. I'm pretty sure in any situation there probably, wouldn't really be a cat there. So yeah, and also pretty sure All Might would have shouted, on the mic, "Stop the exam, there's a cat in the building." So yeah. So Ida was pretty stupid there. And of course Nezu just laughed his head off. Anyway. Because after they did all of theirs and they sent, and All Might parents gave Nezu the thing, to watch them all back. He, of course, once Katsun wakes up, he's going to be mad and he hopes they won. And of course, Ida's just stabbing and he's like, "What did you want?" 4 eyes. He's like, "Well, I waited for you to recover so that I could tell you how we did." And he's like, "Well, yeah, how did we do?" He's like, "We lost." Like, "We lost? How?" Embarrassingly, Deku had transformed into a cat and, passed me. And then touched the bomb. And, Katsun knows there's a cat that goes around campus. He hasn't seen it himself either, so he's mad. He's really mad, but he goes, "I don't blame you, 4 Eyes. I know there's also a cat around, here, and I haven't seen him. You probably haven't even seen him either, so that's why. And plus, the one thing that really ticks me off is that I believe All Might would have stopped the exam if there was a wildcat in the building. So, yes, but I can see where you're coming from, and I probably maybe have done the exact same thing. Maybe especially in the heat of a battle, I probably would have overlooked his like disappearance. It's like, yeah, but he was in there because I saw him kind of enter, but then he hid behind a pillar, and well, the cat kind of came behind not his pillar but the pillar after. So it's like even if I had seen him come from the same pillar, I would have put the two together. But he came from a different pillar, so I was even surprised when all I shouted that the heroes won. Anyway, that he would wake up before, well, not before the next match. It would be during the next match he wakes up, and I can't remember what injuries he sustained. I think I just said Deku whacked him with his tail, or I don't know, something, and knocked him out immediately. I can't remember. I can't remember. I just don't remember. So yeah. Anyway, and so yeah, and as they get back, I'm not sure who would be going next. Anyway, after their battles, of course, well, Deku, goes back to the dorms. I forget his name. Aizawa's, there, of course, the food's already there, as I said in the last part. Aizawa's been the one, filling up his, two bowls, one with water and the other one with, cat food, because, yeah, he can transform into a cat, and that's what he mostly stays as. Because, that's what he mostly spent his time, in the wilderness. He did spend up to, I think, 10 years, 11, 12 years as a panther. So he's going to prefer that type of food. He can still eat human food. He just prefers, he can also, walk in that all as a human. He just prefers being an animal because that's how he's used to living his life. And if you're living your life one way, you're probably not really going to change it that much. So, yeah. And of course, that's how, Deku lived his life, of course, up until Mandalay and the Wild Wild Pussycats adopted him. Then once he got adopted, unofficially adopted, then that happened. Anyway. So, of course, the, Wild Wild Pussycats and Kodo, they would be, even though Deku does send, letters to say, how he's doing and that. And of course, his letters one, saying what he did, and they just laugh. They find it quite funny that, he literally, walked past a fellow student as a cat and, touched, a fake bomb. And, they just couldn't believe, that. And, they kind of just think, common sense. Of course, no hero would allow, if there's an animal that you would, capture the animal. This thing is and then, it would probably transfer into a panther and then, still touch the bomb just with probably either under one of his paws. So, yeah. And, of course, they are going to go to UA. Not as teachers or students or that. They're just going to end up come there because, the next arc is approaching, and that arc is the unforeseen something joint, or the USJ, the unforeseen simulation joint, or unforeseen simulation. The unforeseen. Just USJ, unforeseen something. unforeseen simulation joint. Yeah, I think that's it. Because USA, yeah, unforeseen simulation joint. Pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway, I've been muttering that quite a bit, or repeating myself. Anyway, said that twice now. Moving on. Yeah. So, well, Deku gets back in, and his hours just there, also, once he watched it, and he's just like, I think I need to I need to work on Ida's intelligence a bit. As what you did, I couldn't believe. Just transforming into a cat, going, I'm surprised Ida didn't even, know that a cat could walk up, not walk up, but jump pretty high. Because I'd say, well, with, Deku's quirk and being able to transform into a panther, well, he would be able to give himself some part of a panther, and he would be able to shoot himself up through the roof. And he said, well, you could have gone, all the way to the bottom, but not knowing where it was and knowing where the next pillar was, because, it goes right through the ceiling, you'd be able to, you'd just be able to walk across and then drop back down and then kind of walk out from, hiding behind that pillar, and it looks like, you're just a cat, and that Deku is hiding, of course, until, you actually touch your tail, or you touch, your tail first against it. It's like, yeah, I know, and All Might didn't call it out until I transformed back, and I'm pretty sure All Might didn't even realise it was me. I know everyone else did, because they were like, oh my god, well, when, it's like, oh my god, like, oh my god, I can't believe, you won that easy, you touched it with your tail, and all I was like, yes, well done, Midoriya, and that, and, he definitely looked like he was hiding something that he didn't realise it was me, and, yeah, so, yeah, as they, talk for a bit longer about, how everyone else did, what, he would do against everyone else, especially, the zero gravity and that, and he'd also, tell Izuku that, oh, yeah, and then, I think it'd be, a couple of days or that, or a couple of months, I'm not 100% sure, but I'd say, a couple of days, and the, USJ, and you'd say, well, it's, well, in a couple of days, Zuku, we've got a trip planned, and we'll be going to a off-site campus called the Unforeseen Simulation Joint, or the USJ, where you'll be teaching in, me, I think they said 13, and All Might would be there. Well, we were actually, no, I said the next day because of what. Yes, I'm now remembering stuff. Yes, well, we were gonna plan it, a couple of days, but because of, what had happened in that, it's like, yeah, but wouldn't they also think, because we'd catch them, we'd do it the next day. So the hell issues there in that meeting, because then, we would, we've been able to make it, to be honest, you probably wouldn't have guessed what, we managed to know what they stole, so, yeah, and, lucky enough, I did, and, it's still smart to hold it, sooner than later, You know, yeah, and it's like, and it's just, oh, okay. Well, I can't remember what I told him, gave him his name. I really don't think I even gave him a name. I think he was just called Deku. And I can't remember Mandalay's last name. Hang on, I'll find her name now. My Mandalay's real name is Shino Sasabi. That's apparently how you pronunciate her name, and yes, I'm not really that good with pronunciation, so I wasn't sure. It sounds like more so Shino Sasaki. Not sounds like, but that's that's to me how I pronounce it. But if it's Sasabi, that's how I'm gonna say it. Anyway, so of course, well, Daku's then last name would be her name, Sasabi or Sasaki. However you like to pronounce it, I'm just gonna pronounce it however it's meant to. So I may say Sasabi and I may say Sasaki. So yes, I'm not sure which one's right, and I'm not sure which one's right or wrong. So deal with it. Well, no, don't deal with it. Just tell me how you actually meant to pronounce it. No, you can't put a link, but put the website name so I'd be able to go to it, not the URL, or do kind of URL. Don't put HTTP not HTTPS or whatever it is, but as long as it's correct, put it down. But anyway, so, yeah, and so then of course Deku goes to sleep in his cat bed. Because he does have a normal human bed and a cat bed. Of course, Deku thought when he first came that, I'm going to have to get used to living as a human, but instead I was already, like all the stuff that I've come for a cat. Of course, a human bed there too. Human bed and a cat bed. And, this is kind of where I would say things maybe start to change because, Prince Pornezu will think with, if Deku's willing to help out, or even one of the Wild Wild Pussycat members are willing to help out. I was going to say Asuna, I don't know why. Oh, I forgot his name now. Hang on guys, I'll be right back. Aizawa, that's his name. Aizawa. Asuna is from Naruto. Aizawa, yes. If one of the Wild Wild Pussycats are willing to help out, crying out loud, I keep forgetting his name. Annoying. Aizawa, or what the principal may say is, Shoto Aizawa. So, one of the Wild Wild Pussycat members are willing to help out Aizawa, then, he's thinking of adding maybe 2 to 4, new classrooms. Of course, what that would mean is, he would know that the, dorms can hold up to, dorms could hold up to, 20, it would be still 20, because 10 either side. 10 boy rooms, 10 girl rooms. I'd think at least. And, he would put double beds. And, yeah, of course, besides from, what's it called? Well, he would also ask, Deku, if he's more willing to either live in with, you know, like either literally live with a teacher or live in the dorms with another person, or literally, live in the dorms, but, cat bed and food is more, like spread out. So instead of having, his own room, it's more so his bed is in one place and his food is like in the dining area or that. And well, Deku goes, well, I don't mind. I don't mind moving in, living, like going home with a teacher and then coming here. But what I would probably prefer, which also, my mum would prefer, is probably for me to stay in the dorms. And go, like that does kind of mean that, like you would have to kind of be a cat. Well, you can be, human when you're going, hang around dorms, but it's like you have full bed and so, well, yeah, for your bed and maybe food, you'd be cat. It's like, yeah, well, fair enough. It's like, yeah, and well, we may also, well, the places can only hold up, 20, so you'd probably be in and out of rooms as, either the boys or girls are gonna get, some boys, some girls may get jealous, and more so the girls, and probably want, you on their side. Well, because, you've been a cat now, and it's like, well, I don't mind. Those who rather sleep, it's really, I'll sleep wherever my bed is. It's like, yeah. And it's like, well, if so, then let's just say once you go, once gets time for, you to go to bed, you go cat then. And it's like, well, fair enough, because then that just, saves the awkwardation of, if he is, well, if one of the girls does get jealous enough, well, then at least, the girl, well, doesn't have a boy coming into the room and then, being a cat then. It would just be, cat, go into the room and sleep, pretty much. Even though Deku's probably gonna sleep probably anywhere, to be honest. He doesn't really have, well, a preference. Because I know he's a panther. The one thing you would probably, tell Nezu that, once the, month comes, I'm not really sure how long it would last, but once the, month comes ways, and I'd say when he's searching out, a female, it's probably suggest for him to probably go to, go probably into, your office once everyone once, it's time, to go home and then sleep there until, well, it passes, then I'll be able to go back to the dorms, because I don't think you want your kids coming about very early, do you? No, I don't think their parents are going to be happy either. Well, yeah, that's kind of the talk they would have. I'll go in more detail in a little bit. And of course, well, no, so, let's say, well, he goes to sleep, it's the morning. And, well, more so, my Deku eats his, breakfast, and he's about to transform, and Aizawa's like, oh no, well, Aizawa picks him up and is that I can, walk myself? He's like, well, no, you won't really transform because you transform back in class. And I was like, nah, you can stay transformed, Deku. And Deku's like, yeah, but I can also walk myself. He's like, yeah, but can't you, you could stay in your cat form today because we're going to the USJ and well, the only time you'd have to transform is either on the bus or well, yeah, probably preferably, on the bus. It's like, well, yeah, fair enough, because don't think you want to, a war, who gets to hold me or pet me. So, yeah, I can understand that. So, yeah. So, when they're in the class, well, I was kind of wondering, where's Deku and why has Aizawa got a cat? And Ida would, bring up, why is, our classmate Deku, where is he? He's like, well, why is, Deku, Sasaki, or Sasaki, I forgot, Sasaki. That's how I'm going to be saying her last name, Sasaki. And, yeah, why is, our classmate, Deku Sasaki, is that, well, he's right in my hands. So, what? He's like, yeah, this is Deku. It's like, yeah, of course, Deku's, in the dorms. Like the dorms, like, yeah, that was kind of a, system that's, well, being tested. And for students that live, far away from UA and has gotten in, well, then they get to go to the dorms. It's like, the dormitories, it's like, what? So is there, like, like, everyone that is, like, lives there? It's like, well, no, it's like, they're separate buildings. There's one for, class 1A, 1B, and all the other classes here. It's like, oh, okay, so then, right, so then Deku's on his own. It's like, well, that's kind of what, the principal, kind of thought. So instead, well, I'm also kind of living there, like, in the, like, a teacher's part, because I'd think, well, I'd, think, even though the size of them, of course, it really only looks like an old 20, well, I'd say 20s, because, 20 students plus, there's probably, a room there for, the teacher, for the teacher that teaches them. And there's probably, another one, another ground, where, all the teachers probably sleep. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway. And, yeah, and it's like, well, also, we're going to get 4 new students today. So, why is that? Yeah. Well, yeah, because I think they would, want it to come sooner than later. And, well, it's like, yeah, but that's going to be, a load to handle by yourself, as like, sir, as he just says. And, well, Aizawa is already kind of getting, annoyed with, Ida's question, so he goes, well, there's, well, the one member from the Wild Wild Pussycats group will be coming also here to help me reviews lots. As we asked them because, well, we'd be going there soon. It's like, what, soon? It's like, well, yeah, that's summer training camp. So, oh, and some of them, well, they'd, probably say, summer's, not that too far away now. And it's like, yes, and today, we're going to an off campus facility, so, get ready and get on the bus. It's like, oh, okay, who would Midori be sitting with? And as he says, is that Deku is a human, and he gets to decide where he sits. So there, got it, Ida. He is really getting annoyed with, Ida's questions and not really, Ida using his brain as most people there, even the dumbest of students, were using their brains to, go, oh, Deku's here, and he's probably going to sit by whoever, we can't decide. And plus, I don't think he'll be a cat on the bus, as he is thinking, well, Deku tends to be, a cat apparently most of the time, so that's probably what he's going to be on the bus. But no. And so, when they get to the bus, Deku transforms into his normal self, and they all get onto the bus, and, well, they get, there. And the one piece of information I'd say intruder UA didn't get was the date. So they decide to attack the day they go. So that still happens. Yes, that's just, I thought, the last bit of information he couldn't get because, there's, a student, panther. No, he could tell he was panther because, he had fear. That person had blood loss, and he knows UA's not really going to allow someone with blood loss unless that's a quirk or something. He doesn't know what, Deku's quirk is. He just knows that kid that was there, had killer intent on that person. And, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah. No, they get there, they get off. Well, they would want, they would ask, Deku, Deku, what's your quirk? Deku would go, I don't know what my quirk is. You can, you've seen me transform into a cat. Can't you think of that? Well, so your quirk's like a cat transformation. It's like, where's your tail and ears? He says, no. Well, what me and my mum thought, it was a panther type quirk, because that's what I was transformed into for a good portion of my life, was a panther. So what is that? Yeah, that's another story for another time. And, well, I learned that I could transform then into a cat, and, well, once I transformed back to human, I kind of never had the ears and tail. And, well, that's the thing he does. It's just his, instincts and that are hiding them. He's subconsciously, his subconscious is he's hiding them, as he kind of forgot about that. And, yeah. And, well, of course, it goes, well, so what do you mean, your quirk? Allow you to transform into anything? It's like, no, I tried transforming into a dragon, a turtle, and that didn't work. So I kind of based, my thing as a feline transformation quirk, where I'm able to transform into any cat that existed or exists. So any type of living or dead, cat that is, in the family tree of cats. Yes, so big cats, so we're looking at, cheetahs, lions, leopards, panthers. I think panther is a cat. Big cat. Not 100% sure. Oh well. That's what I'm going by, so deal with it. And yeah, walk the same for small cats. So I tend to, walk around as a cat. That's what I'm used to. I'm used to 4 legs, not 2. Even though technically we do have 4 legs. It's just 2 of them we call arms because we use them more over the years. They evolved into, they evolved to be able to use stuff, grab and hold stuff, throw stuff and that. So yeah. Really, I think her hands, compared to what a paw looks like, a paw more looks like a human hand than her feet do. To be 100% honest, I feel, I feel it more assemble like a horse, kind of, and the hands more assemble the like hands, like paws of either a cat or a dog. Because I think dogs and cat both have got four, and then I think so at least. I know. I think cats. I think it's big cats. I think it's big cats with cheetahs. They've got like a fifth one that can't move, but it's you know I think higher up. I know something, but that's always what my hands remind me of. It's a paw, but our hands just evolved to grow longer to be able to hold and grab onto stuff a lot better. And yeah. Anyway, and as and by that's what you'd say, and you'd go, well, yeah, I guess you're kind of right. It does, especially how they walk. And well, I guess living however long you did as a panther, you probably would prefer, having four legs on the ground then too. And yeah, and it's like, well, yeah, it would be crazy. Anyway, and well, yeah, and well, they've got that as I tell them to, be quiet, we're here, so they all, be quiet. I think maybe listen to him if he says something else on the bus. I'm not really sure. As there was this park, and 13 has the exact same speech as she does in canon. Where my quirk is black hole. Of course, it can be quite easily be used, as a villain, to kill someone. As I'd think, like, while her quirk is definitely I would class as a villain type quirk, because it's just a black hole. You could atomize someone. And also, then does that mean she technically is a singularity? Because isn't it that the point of a black hole is a singularity? Something so, well, yeah. Well, at least I don't know. Not sure. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, getting kind of too into a quirk in my mind. Anyway, I think I've said that at least 3 times back to back, so I'm not sure. Moving on. Well, Deku would hear something and smell something, and then sense, fight. His instincts tell him, fight. You're being hunted. Enemies are coming. Fight. As as I would then see, Deku's arms transform into, the panther with claws on it, as he then looks at what Deku is looking at and then sees nothing. Deku, are you getting, that hyped up? And Deku just looks, he's like, no. Villains are here. They are here, Aizawa. Run. As everyone's like, Deku, come on, calm down, as Aizawa knows Deku really ain't going to joke around. And he's like, no. As Aizawa would go, no, I would listen to him and start running for the exit. As then, villains would, appear, and everyone kind of wants to see what they look like for some odd reason. It would be interesting, as as I was still telling them to, run, and then he goes, well, he tell, I can't remember his name, I know the boy with the, electric contact duet, as he goes, I can try, and then he'd say shortly after, I can't, there's something Sam, and as he'd then turn to, well, he'd look at Deku and go, no, his instincts tell him to fight. Ida, go and run to UA, you're the fastest one here. go and tell them to get, teachers that were being under attack. Everyone else try and get out. It's like, yeah, but what about, it's about that, what about kind of, answered itself as, Deku's kind of run down and find her. Yeah, but, if you turn us wrong, what about, Deku, can't you turn off his quirk? It's like, if I did, it would kill him. Or he would kill me. He spent most of his life as an animal. He's got animal instincts, and they're telling him to fight. I can't overrule that no matter, my quirk, what my quirk is. He is still going to be able to fight them. And, yes, so you just, run as well. Koge would teleport everyone, especially the boy that decided, to run straight at them. So, well, no, lucky enough. Well, no, Koge would actually, stop them, or as Deku would then kind of break on the stairs, turn around and start running back up. Deku so soon transforms into a cheetah, or into, his cheetah, the fastest land animal in the world. As he would then blow straight up the stairs, going, in 3 seconds, 60, so I'd say 65 to 70 miles an hour, straight up the stairs. So I was just like, yeah, I don't get onto that kid's bad side. As he's just about to hit the teleport person, he transforms in, or part of his hand, most of his body, as it can. The parts that are going to impact, he's going to transform first, then the rest of his body, so he sustains as little as damage as possible. As he winds up, as he goes and whacks, the villain, the metal player, as lucky enough, he managed to land a hit. As they just saw a cheetah pretty much come flying, then turning into a panther. As Koge, I think it's Koge, teleport guy. He thinks Deku's got either an animal type quirk or a transformation type quirk, and seeing he's transformed into two different animals, he's thinking he can transform into any animal, and knowing, there's dragons and that. Well, he's thinking he should probably get back to his boss and tell them that he's kind of got an idea on one of the boys' quirks. And of course then, Katsung comes over and starts blowing on the metal part, and he's kind of stuck there. Lucky enough, he managed to really didn't teleport someone, or at least that's what we all thought as. Yeah. I'd say, having that, metal piece, he manages to teleport Bakugo fast to, a random place. Well, in the USJ, just somewhere random, wherever he was. And the other two everyone would be going to the same place, because he does manage to get free. As, he would then teleport back and goes, I've let someone free. Well, someone managed to get free. So, we don't have much to start. All Might, is meant to be here as. Well, they would decide to not have All Might, but of course All Might would still appear because of the No Mu being there. And yeah. And I feel like I've been kind of stuttering a lot in this part, and I'm not really going to redo this because it's already 44 minutes long, so I'm going to end it here. So guys, if you have liked this, if you have enjoyed this, if you enjoyed it so much and you want to see more parts just like this, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next part of video, and a good bye.